Production.
What up? What up? We're looking at Bitfarms here. We're going to do a technical analysis breakdown. Everything about this stock I love. Everything about it I absolutely love. Weekly time frame here. I'm going to highlight two levels that I think are very important. We got this $1.90 range, and then there's a level that just got made just now. It's around 211. Now, why are these important? I'll get into that slowly as we go on in the video, but just keep those in mind. We have this major zone here, right? You can call it right around this level where there was a large gap up back in 2020, and it was acting as some sort of support. So you got this range right here, and we also have this range right here that has clear support zones written all over it, right? You could adjust this however you want, call it right there, right? So it's clear that those two zones, it has a lot of confluence in those areas. Support, right? A little bit of support turned into resistance, rejection turned into resistance, turned into resistance. Okay, back over here, support, 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 support. We broke below it, started to get wicks acting as resistance, and lately, since December, this zone, when we revisit it, still acts as resistance, right? So what does this tell you? We're playing right now in between this $1.90 range, and we'll mark it as this $3.50 range, okay? That is acting as our resistance, and we're playing in between these two zones, right? So we're playing in between here. What I think is important is that we'll go back to this $1.90 and this 211 range. We're slowly creating higher lows in this range. So what we could be looking for now, potentially, is that we see this price coil up into this resistance. Okay, so again, this, you can look at it in many different ways. We could have this coiled up from right here all the way back, and it gives you a lot of price action telling you this zone is important. So when we're looking at Bitfarms, you could kind of have this drawn out like this, where maybe what we're looking at is an ascending triangle developing into this range, and what we could be seeing in the next few weeks is something like this, right, where we hang out and then we get our breakout to the upside. That is what we're looking for here on Bitfarms. Things could happen very quick in this space, so before you know it, this thing could be trading at $6-7. That's why I kind of, it's good to have exposure to these high volatility crypto equities. That's what I'm looking at here on Bitfarms. It's clear that on the weekly time frame, we're getting a bounce off of this trend line. So I want to keep this trend line in play because it's very clear to me. Again, you could zoom into the 3-day. This zone, you could readjust it, is getting play. It's very clear that this zone is being respected and buyers are coming off of it like as support. Again, don't ignore, look at all this volume that came in November, December. That volume is telling you something, right? That volume doesn't come in to then sell 1, 2, 3 months later. This volume coming in, this price action, is big money driving the price up because they think something's coming in the next 12, 18 to 24 months. So do I. And I think it's very telling when you look at charts like this that it almost paints a picture. I'm very excited for Bitfarms. I have January 2025 calls, and I have January 2026 calls, both of them for $5, because I do think that as time goes by, and once this breaks this resistance of around $3 to $3.50, there's really not much above, and we could be looking at a parabolic move here on Bitfarms. After this, very, very low resistance above. So it'll be exciting to see what happens this bull market when we see Bitcoin absolutely raging. Bitfarms, it's a name that has to be on your watch list. Thanks for watching. Peace, guys.